Welcome to the bold analysis. Is it by coincidence that Mutua exposed this video about Raila Odinga's internal command? And that video, there is a video that surfaced over earlier in the day when Raila Odinga left Lavington. So I want us to listen to that video here, because it is what really has been causing the discussion about his internal communication command that is behind the machinery behind his mass action. Mutua is trending now, and of course I want us to listen to this here so that we can also have a very honest assessment whether there is something to worry about. And also looking at it, you will also have to weigh whether it was by coincidence that video was released, or it was planned, or rather the Azimio team had planned to, or Mutua deliberately leaked that video to achieve some motive. It's one that really has caused discussions online. Why people are asking why Mutua deliberately exposed Raila Odinga. In fact, I've been receiving that message in my Twitter. I've been receiving that message in my inbox. Why Mutua exposed Raila?
Say again. Tunakuja.
We are broken through or what?
Yeah, the barrier.
Yeah, we're broken through.
Yeah. Inabidi magari zitolewe.
Yeah.
You may use the expressway to enter the town. So it could block the expressway now.
Pole tu kama ushafungua tukana watu nyuma.
Don't leave the people, let's just go slowly.
That is coming from Bongo towards page 2. And then the other one that is now being reported, where the subject is now addressing. Start over. Videos up. And then that's of the expressway. Only we get expressway. I did not get that one, sir. Expressway was one expressway. You represent expressway was clear for this term. Confirm the other one.
What's your take? Did Mutua expose Raila Odinga? Was it just released without unconsciousness, or he knew what was going on? There are many things that have been said in it, and I was trying to ask, and it looks like an internal command. Raila Odinga left the Lavington and made its way to Kawangware. Then the former Premier's close confidant, Professor Mutua, shared a video inside. That video was inside Odinga's vehicle, which revealed how well coordinated Raila's command unit was to ensure that he holds the mass protest. Now, one of the alerts he received was information on the situation in Dagoretti as procession made its way to Kawangware. Upon inquiry by Mutua, the bodyguard confirmed to him that they had broken through a barrier after certain cars had to be removed. They removed some certain cars there, which was probably, if it was a barrier, then it was a barrier erected by the police. The male voice on the other end went ahead to provide directions on how the Azimio party leader will gain entry into the CBD. Said from Kangemi, he may go to the expressway to enter the town, the voice then stated. Odinga and Mutua quickly interjected and insisting that his supporters should not be left behind. And today, later on, ICT Chief Administrative Secretary nominee, or rather the one who has been just, I think now has been sworn in, Dennis Etumbi, claimed that the clip proved that Odinga had infiltrated the police communication channel. Our agents are reporting that Raila has police communication radio and the operations had been compromised. They are able to move and act based on police communication. We have shared the information with the police for necessary action, it will be then stated. Let me tell you, Raila did not do what that gentleman is saying in that clip. In fact, he took the alternative route. The other person was giving him his way on how he would get to town, but instead of getting that direction, he actually went the other side of the Ngong Road. So you can, there are two ways. And let's not forget that Raila Odinga's security is a police officer. Yes, is a police officer. So it's someone who is trained, is a uniformed police officer. So they spoke about, was trying to connect with it. I'm seeing Itumbi trying to show that Raila has infiltrated the police, but there is also a possibility that he can establish his own advanced team with the command. Advanced team with the command, so that this advanced team would actually be trying to figure out what exactly is going on and the directions they are taking. So when that video was released, it shows a lot that first, Raila is bit organized, even though I also agree that Makau Mutua is exposing Raila Odinga. For heaven's sake, what is he doing there? What is he doing there? What is he doing there? For heaven's sake. I think Raila must also be sensitive of the fact that we could see that he is infiltrated, but if indeed he is exposed, then you also need to question those around you. That is also what the truth we also have to say. I know many of us are looking at it as if he's infiltrated, or rather his circle is infiltrated. But how about if the bit of that the police command is infiltrated? But how about if Raila's camp is also infiltrated by the people that are really exposing what, according to me, are not supposed to be exposed? You will not, I will not be shocked to see the police bosses giving a command, or rather trying then to find out on the other end, saying they want to arrest Raila because the system is compromised, or this or that. You need to look at it. But then there is something you need to agree, and there is something you need to see. If Makau Mutua released that video, because I understand there are many things happening in that car. It's not that is the only conversation they've been having. I even think when they were going to where is that place? When they were heading to the first one last Monday, there was communication, and even in that car, their communication even with the other colleagues. Why would you think that the distinguished professor would actually choose to deliberately publish that video, knowing very well that it is a very sensitive matter that perhaps needed to be seen? Now, and again, you also have to take cognizance of the fact that whatever is in that radio call that the gentleman is talking about, he did not heed his call. In fact, he took an alternative route. So probably this is a well-coordinated thing, but I am a bit not persuaded that Makau Mutua made it just for the sake of it. Everything happened with a concept. Remember, it was shared when people were in the middle of that mass protest. Okay, maybe he had an intention to show Kenyans the way there is tension inside the car. Maybe that was an intention to show Kenyans the way there was pressure there. However, that tension has not come out. It's only about Raila, or maybe he's trying to show us the role he's playing, or trying to lead the way, because sometimes people are also looking for visibility in some of these situations that then are going on. But then I want to pursue the ground that this was not just a deliberate, this was just not just a coincidence leak. It could have been a deliberate leak. What are you seeing? From what I'm seeing is that Raila Odinga, contrary to what people are seeing in public, I think he is not allied to it. And the mass action, even those who are planning on his arrest, on the way to arrest him, needs to be very strategic if that plan is there, because that he is really having access to critical intelligence. So those who want to regard him as just regard this as the mass action is just a pedestrian thing, they must know very well that Raila Odinga they wanted to show the public that we know what we are doing, probably. And again, it was also probably leaked to give an idea to the viewers, or rather to the protesters, on what exactly is happening. I understand that Raila Odinga team, they did not give direction on the routes they were taking. But now with that option, it was giving away. Remember, one thing that was happening, it could also be a very good strategy. And that is, I'm telling you, it's not just by coincidence. Raila Odinga team, they did not give direction on the routes they were going to apply, the routes they were going to use. But when they are in Kawangware, they are telling that the radio call is being shared, the context of that radio conversation is being shared publicly. And after it's shared, it's showing an idea on which routes you can take. So I want to believe that when Mutua shared it, the police, of course, got grip of it. And then they started acting on it. But then it was just to give them a hint on what I'm going to do, but it could be placed, because it's so difficult. We don't even have evidence that the person speaking on the other end is in a radio call. I don't think. But can't a civilian it's not a civilian, but can't he establish alternative communication channel? I don't think that's a magical science. That's something he can establish. But then it was shared to tell those who are planning to counter the Azimio protest on what exactly is going on, but then take a different route. That to me is also something that is going on. Lastly, I also see the fact that Raila Odinga have a section of the system. Take that to bank. That's also what I'm seeing here. He has a section of the system. As to whether he's inheriting from the Matiangis and the maybe the Uhuru Kenyatta regime. We're just coming 6 months from Uhuru Kenyatta reign, which was in power for 10 years. There's still people who are there, and that's what William Ruto must see, that not everyone who is there is actually supporting what they are doing. That's the truth. Not everyone in government is supporting what they are doing. As to what Itumbi is going to do, it's a wait and see. Now, if we report the matter, what is it supposed to be? Is it about scaling down the security details that belong to Raila Odinga? Or is it trying to summon Raila Odinga himself, or even summon the security details? It's interesting to see how they are going to react. However, whether this was strategic or not, I am persuaded that I support those who are saying that let Makau Mutua keep off Raila's vehicle. I support. By the way, I support. Let him not be there. I think he's exposing the truth. Even last time there was another shared video inside. People should not even have an idea what is inside that car, or how, even where Raila is seated. Leave alone even that. He's even exposing where Raila is seated. Yes. The drivers at that end, we are seeing the security guy sitting on the other side, the bodyguard. Then Raila, Odinga, and the team are behind. So honestly, if someone have an idea which car Raila is in, he can know where Raila is seated. I think even and then it was shared in the midst of that protest. So if someone have some ill intentions against Raila Odinga, that is an aiding video. I think on that ground I agree that whether it was shared to show that we are organized, or you have to communicate something, you could still share it and share the audio without even the video, and not during the protest, even if you share it the next day, after the protest is done, so that no one will have an idea. But imagine hapa, people are still moving, but it seems to be giving leakage. I agree. Makau Mutua, that was a blunder. Yes, that was a blunder. Yeah, I don't buy it. And inside there, why photos? Why take videos inside there? No, why take videos and photos inside there? In fact, that is why they should not allow, Raila Odinga should not allow other people inside there. If it is him, let Winnie be there. Yes, Winnie cannot set up the father. Let Winnie be there. Let's get all security intelligence, those with the intelligence, closest ally. But now, you even need to question who is around you. That's my vote.